After a month on the road, we had seen some spectacular sights. The colorful vistas of Snow Canyon, Monument Valley, Gooseneck State Park, Valley of the Gods, Capitol Reef. We had hiked, biked, and even kayaked through rich cultural resources. We were wowed by the natural world. Could anything top what we had already experienced? As luck would have it, we found a last-minute campsite at Mather Campground in Grand Canyon National Park and indulged in all its grandeur. It couldn't have been a more fitting end to a nearly perfect adventure. It is 6:21, October 29th, and sunrise is at 6:48, and we are here in the Grand Canyon at the Mather Campground. If you're not familiar with, well, we've never camped here ourselves. You can see all the campsites. This campground has 319 spots. There's another, I think there's an RV campground somewhere too. But we're up here, which is about a half of a mile from the shuttle stop, which is down, shuttle stop is here. And yeah, it's about a half mile, I would say, maybe a little more. So we're glad we have our bikes with us, because later today we're going to take our bikes out, and there is a paved trail that you can ride your e-bikes on. The walking paths, the rim trail, those are all for pedestrians only. We're going to go do a short hike into the canyon. It's a mile and a half to the first rest area. I forgot what they call it, rest something or other. And it's a mile and a half down, which is 1,000 feet of elevation loss, which means 1,000 feet back up. So it'll be a 3-mile hike, which is not terribly far, but it could be quite strenuous. And then after that, hopefully it'll be warmed up and we'll be able to do our bike ride. I'm going to check the temperature using an instant read thermometer. Should be about 200 degrees to know it's done, although it says it takes an hour. It's only been not even 45 minutes, and it's already at 200 degrees. So, I think it's done. I can actually taste a little bit of that beer flavor, and I don't care for it as much as just the plain soda water, but it's still good. And I like this bread because it's not too sweet and it's got a nice chewy texture to it.
So are you ready?
I'm finally ready. That was painful.
What'd you have to find? How many tools did you lose and how many did you find?
I can't tell.
It does make sure that we all know the rule is 2 to use.
But I found the M&Ms. That was the important part. Okay, what else did I forget? You got the key?
I got the key. And we're off to Bright Angel Trail, is that right?
Yeah. Oh, my stick. Okay, there we go. tell people, they don't need to go all the way down to the 1.5 mile or 3 mile or whatever. Just come to the sign with the guy barfing. You get a good feel for what it's like down here. And then also, if you come this far, you get to go through the first tunnel. We are almost out. Didn't take long at all.
The stone bridge on my big toe right here, totally dislocated. Oh my god. And I relocated, I reduced to myself.
This is just one way for me. And then we made the fortuitous decision to check out the Kolb studio. And I fell in love with the story of the Kolb brothers, Emery and Ellsworth. The studio is a testament to the tenacity of the brothers and a bulldog spirit that beat back the railroad, the Harvey Company, and the Park Service that had been driving so many other Grand Canyon pioneers out of business. And when you visit, I encourage you to pick up a copy of The Amazing Kolb Brothers of Grand Canyon. It is filled with amazing stories and an easy read. They became famous in 1912 when they produced a movie of their whitewater adventure down the Colorado River. Emery showed the movie at his studio until his death in 1976. The studio has now been lovingly restored by the Grand Canyon Conservancy. But if it hadn't been for the volunteer who was working at the shop and recognized us, even while wearing masks, we might have missed learning about their history. Anne and her husband Ed, who'd been work camping for the past 6 months, invited us back after the store closed for a private tour and history lesson. It's chance encounters like these that make me so grateful for our wonderful community and repay me many times over for my efforts. We continued to stroll along the rim trail, wandering into the historic buildings and stepping out onto their balconies for grand views. Each building has a story to tell if we only take the time to listen. Structure.
Inside there at the train station. Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
Why?
Polar Express starts, I think, on November 11th, and it's twice a night, leaving out of Williams, mile 17. Santa Claus comes, big party.
Yeah. For 9 months of the year, March through November, the historic Hermit Road is only accessible by shuttle bus, on foot, or by bicycle, e-bikes included. Nobody here. The bus must not stop here. The way to do Hermit Road is on an e-bike. You don't have to wait for shuttles. You don't have all the masses of people at the same place. You can get it all to yourself almost. Too hot to do the dishes, sticking them in the sink for later. Oops, that's loud. We are at a rest stop west of Kingman, which is kind of like the Twilight Zone. It is really hot here. Now I'm wishing I had my shorts back, but actually I think I still have a pair. And we're going to spend the night at a dispersed camping area, BLM land, outside of, it's near Amboy Crater. Hopefully it'll work out. And then tomorrow we will push on and get home, hopefully, pretty early. I think we should just swing around and get over by that berm. And then we should be even pretty level.
Is that what you think?
That's what I think.
Then that's what I shall do.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, why not? Have fun. Be young. Drink Pepsi.
You don't like my free spots?
How flat is it?
We're off by 1 degree. The back end is just a smidge low, but I think it'll be fine for tonight.
I can put a couple of bricks under there.
No, we don't need to do that. It's just one night. We're just going to be watching TV. Look at this view. Isn't that gorgeous? It is our last night on the road. It has been an absolutely fabulous month. And we've ended up here in the Mojave Desert on BLM property. Kind of a funky little spot to camp, but it works. There's a little bit of a noise coming from this unit that's in front of our van. It's some kind of a pump, but I figure it'll be fine tonight. And the temperature couldn't be nicer. We only need one blanket. We can hit the road early in the morning to get home and unpack. So now I'm going to get a time lapse of the sunset, and thank you all for watching our series on our Utah, Arizona adventures. I'll see you soon.